You are now listening to Danny Rants. I've worked in the music and entertainment industry for the last 2 decades. Because of that, I've had the privilege to meet some of the craziest and most wild people in Australia. Come with me as I expose their stories for your listening pleasure. Welcome back to Danny Rants. Today I have a very, very special guest. Now, because I've retired, number one promoter. He's got his business partner, Borce, coming down later. We've got Boris Radman in the house, owner of entertainment company.
You want to say that a few more times? So that's it. That's it.
In
that's
the
what
house,
I'm talking
in the
about.
house.
In the house. How you going, Danny? How you going, brother?
Good, brother, how you
now
doing?
this is my show, so I start talking. How you going?
I think I'm about to get hijacked. You're going to interview me. First off, I reckon we should have a cheers.
Cheers, mate.
It would be with bad taste.
Thank you for becoming the second number one.
I thought it would be bad taste if we didn't cheers and have a drink.
Well, fuck it, I better drink it now.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't drink alcohol, by the way.
That's very rare to watch this happen. I forced him. So, firstly, I'll get you to give a little bit of a rundown on what you are. Well, not what you are, but who you are and what you do.
Fuck me, if I knew that, mate, I would actually be behind bars. No, that's a bit of a joke. I'd start off with that one. But look, mate, Boris, there's only one. I patented the name on ASIC Australia.
Yeah.
So if you're born and you're given the name Boris, I'll take you to court.
You're actually named after you.
So that's it. So the name Boris is synonymous with me.
And promotion too, right?
Yeah,
Nightclubs.
underclass 1, 2, 3, 2X.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyways, that's what I was saying. Now, look.
You've been working in entertainment for 15 years.
Nightclub, in excess of 15 years. Predominantly in the hospitality nightclubs. And that's pretty much where the story took off, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it started off a lot before that, but that's where it is, and it has led to where I am right now. So
entertainment, nightclubs, fucking
nightclubs.
nightlife
Look at this one. I got to give that a plug to the studio. Stello. This is like they sponsor my brand. You know.
Yeah, you're sponsored.
When I go out, people like to see what I'm wearing.
What are you sponsored for partying?
I'm sponsored to be seen in a booth.
Yeah.
With as I said, with a bottle of Grey Goose.
Yep.
Irresponsibly drinking the alcohol.
Okay, nice.
So.
I reckon if partying was an Olympic sport, I reckon you would have got a couple of gold medals.
Look, I'd make Usain Bolt not so fast.
Yeah. There's a couple of boys we know, I reckon, that'd give you a run for your money, but you're definitely up there.
Definitely, no. There's definitely a few boys in there that can be outside
Kyle Andy's one of them.
Kyle, me and Kyle, we've got a rivalry, worse rivalry than me and you, so definitely can relate to that one.
Yeah. Basically, give you a short what we do here is where we're not really the kind of podcast that goes back through the whole history.
Yeah, beautiful.
Saying that, would love to know how you started, where you cut your teeth. We're more about talking about the industry currently. Yeah. Crazy stories, man. Like pulling the curtain back on the life that we fucking lived for the last couple of decades. Yeah. The people the vanilla humans that exist in the world that go to work every day don't know and don't see. No. So that's what we're here to do. And I know you are one of the best to do it. Where did you cut your teeth in the beginning? Like, how'd you start?
I cut my teeth. I go to my local dentist. They call me Shark for a reason, because I got big teeth. Anyways, besides the point, when I cut my teeth, I literally just went up to a club, and I knocked on the door and I said, "This is shit. I want to take it over," and that's it. And I started promoting, DJing, I did the whole lot. So I'm a jack of all trades. Actually, I'm not a jack. I know all the trades, but I'm a master of all.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not a jack of all trades. Don't put me on a jack. That's not good.
So you started DJing originally, right?
Yeah, well, that's sort of. I was always I could do the music, I could do the production, I could do the DJing, I could do the clubs, I could do the people talking as I'm talking. People look how fast I talk. I'm like Busta Rhymes.
You're like rapping to me.
I'm like fucking Busta Rhymes, man. I'm gonna bust the rhyme. I keep going. Danny, I don't want to partying all the puns that I'm about to say. So Danny, I'll take it away. Well, what else is there? So I come up to the teeth there, and obviously as the nightclub goes, there is no surety. There's no. You're not guaranteed anything in this game. The only thing you're guaranteed is to be called a flop and an absolute shitbag once your night isn't as busy. But by then, up until that point, when you're busy, you're a fucking octopus. You're walking around with 15 hands. You're shaking hands. Hey, brother, how you going? Everyone wants a piece of you. When something bad happens, people are doing penthouse parties for your demise. Yeah. while you're scheming your next move, they're doing penthouse parties. So human beings are absolute shitbags, and they wish you the absolute lowest. And in this volatile, most dynamic and treacherous industry, that's pretty much. I've just summarized. I think we can cut the interview right now. I've spoken about the industry.
We're finished.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But you're right, though. It's like when you're at the top, you're the hottest man alive.
Yeah.
When you're down the bottom, no one wants to fucking know you.
Exactly. And look, and just like everyone else, I mean, we've all had our ups and downs, and just I think you know, you want your net to be positive. So you want to have your more of your ups than your downs. Yeah.
It's funny because I said
stick to the uppers, guys.
Stick to your uppers. You reckon that's good advice?
Metaphorically too.
So I always say to people too, it's like when they used to talk about what we did in that industry, I'm like, the game is legitimately to have more wins than losses. Like, and people would look, well, what do you make week to week? What do you make month to month? I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It's like, you're going to lose, you're going to win, you're just going to try to have more wins than losses, right?
That's it.
It is treacherous. Like, that's a good term for this industry.
It's treacherous, volatile, dynamic, and very. It's very cancerous and can be malignant.
Yep.
You know, so you have people that are trying to take food off your plate, and you know, on my plate I like to have a shitload of food, because I've got a big appetite, and I like to have big knives. And anyway, so let's not go into the imagery and the sensationalism.
So when it comes to this industry, one of the things that people don't know you, which if they don't, that's unfortunate
if
for them.
They don't know me, they don't know the industry. But go on.
Yeah. So people that don't, you're one of the most biggest characters, I'd say. When it comes to the nightlife, in my time in the industry, you've been a hot conversation for many, many stories. You've got some of the fucking wildest stories I've ever heard. You are probably one of the most wildest humans.
Pretty red hot in every sense. Yeah.
And I want to get stuck into it because I feel like this is every time we used to have lunch back in the day, we used to catch up. I literally would look forward to it because I wanted to hear your fucking crazy tales that you're up to or what you're doing now.
Yeah, well,
so let's kick it off with the first one. So this is one of my favourite stories of all time.
No.
You know where I'm going to go
bring
with
it out. He's going to bring out the stealing of the nightclub, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
so you stole somebody's nightclub.
All right. Well, this story starts. Actually, I'm going to say the prelude before I tell the tale. So the prelude was the brand Levels at the time. We were going for a bit of a rebuilding stage. So we had to go to a club that was significantly smaller. And the reason why we obviously we went there and it was because of a mutual good friend of ours that would probably prefer to be not named, was a part of owner at the time, yeah? Anyways, we go in there and it was a loose joint.
This is Escobar, yeah? You're talking about Escobar?
Yeah, Escobar, yeah. So they 2 floors at the time. It was our mate. Let's call him Peter for the argument's sake. I don't want to give him the rightful name.
Oh, Petey.
And he was this other owner, Cookie. He was a fat goose.
So you're happy to name him, but you're not happy to name.
Fuck him. I'm going to name him. I'm going to name this cunt. Yeah? Anyways, so we were there running amok. Anyway, the Cookies he's been a junkie cunt in his office the whole time. He was just anyways. No one listened to him. So what actually transpired is. It just turns out that, you know, Jay's got himself, what's his name? There was a few dramas going around.
Couple of dramas
going around, and next thing I know, you know, people were coming in, and gangsters and all sorts of people. Anyways, we start the point. We got ourselves in a predicament where we had our 6th birthday coming up. I think it was a 6th. Borce was a 6th, fourth birthday. So I rely on Borce on my figures. Yeah, so
Borce is coming in soon.
He does my accounting for me.
He wanted to weather control. He's sitting over the corner, just laughing his head off. But we're getting him in. I'm going to force him to come in. But at the moment,
comedian, Borce, what do you reckon? Huh?
He's just temperature controlling over to the side before he comes in.
Boris, very worried, huh? Boris, very worried. He's very worried right now. Anyways, so what happened? It was our 4th birthday, and so now, obviously, for our 4th birthday, we're expecting extravaganzas. We're going to be chaos. Lines down the street, and I will definitely break that liquor licensing cap of fucking 200 people that I was licensed for. Yeah, so I was going to put 500-600 in a minimum.
I've personally never done that.
I've personally thought about it. And I've done it as a promoter, but as having parts of clubs, I actually go under the cap because I want to be nice to the clubs.
Yeah, same.
So whoever fucking believes that is a bigger dickhead than anyways.
Well, you know when people go, "What's the capacity?" It's like 200. Like, no, what's the real capacity?
My capacity is 40 people per square meter, just like COVID. Anyways, so what happens is 4th birthday's coming up, and next thing you know, we're getting ready. It's going to be chaos. People are calling. My phone's blowing up. I can't even. I'm sitting down. I talk. I'm having 4 conversations at the same time. People's coming down. Anyway, next thing I know, this fucking fat goose dog, yeah. Because now our mates, he's not around. He went on a bit of a holiday. I built a hiatus. He goes, oh, we can't open up. I go, what the fuck did you say, you fat goose? I go, I'm going to grab you, I'm going to pull your teeth out. I said, I was going to pull his teeth out, I'm going to pull out his hair, I was doing everything. Anyway, he goes, we can't open. Oh, it's Boris, this, police, cops, this. He's giving me his areas. I go, shut your fucking mouth. I go, well, you're not going to do this to me on my 4th birthday. In hindsight.
So was it because of old matey going to
Well, just
on
no,
holidays?
just because like all these gangsters were standing over him and doing all sorts of shit.
Was it also to do with the holidays that people go on time?
Yeah. You got to do with holidays. You have to do with all sorts of shit. That's not really part of the incentive story. So we turn around to him. I go, shut your mouth, you fucking goose. I'm going to rip your teeth out. I'm going to pull your hair out. I'm going to come. I'm going to cave you and I'll put you in the boot. Yeah? That's what I said straight out to him. But at the same time, in hindsight, as I was mentioning earlier, if we had not opened that night, because we were in a rebuilding phase and we started off really. We weren't really doing the big.
And this is Levels we're talking about. So Levels has been around for fucking ever.
Levels been around for a long time. So we've had our peaks and we've had our troughs. Yeah.
How long has it actually been around for?
So June 2012 was our first club that we launched. But ever since then we've rebranded and we've gone around. So it was initially a club and then it became a brand. But anyway, so at this stage when we were at the 2 floors up, we were at a phase where we had to reconstitute the brand to a new crowd, to a new clientele, to a young clientele. Yeah. So the venue was quite small. And we had to pretty much go rid of all the promoters, go rid of everyone, and we started from scratch. So anyway, so this 4th birthday of ours was very, very, very important event for us to gain some momentum and for us to pick up some steam. And this dog at 7 o'clock tells me that I can't fucking open the doors. Anyways, I don't know what to do. In hindsight, if I had not taken the due diligence, as I'd like to call it.
The reins?
Yeah, I'd be fucking probably, I don't know, working at, as a checkout chick at a supermarket. I don't know. God knows where I'd be. Anyways, so what happens is I remember sitting there and my parents joined thinking, I'm speaking to Borce on the phone. I go, what are we going to do about that? Yeah? And he goes, I don't know. I go, you know what? At the time, mind you, I'm on bail for some non-related charges, yeah? Because I've got a really good relationship with the police, believe it or not. Yeah? Anyways, being sarcastic. So I'm thinking to myself, I go, you know what? I go, fuck this cunt. I go, what we're going to do is this, yeah? I go, call the camera bloke. I want to reconstitute the cameras inside, and I'll call the locksmith, and I'm fucking breaking in. As we're doing that, we're calling the guards. That fat dog's gone. We're the owners here. We're calling staff because if that fat dog calls, tell him he's a cocksucker. Tell him I'm gonna bleep this part out. Anyways, and we're opening the doors.
So he's not aware.
He's not aware of nothing. This bloke thinks that the doors are locked. Probably smoking a pipe somewhere, like you used to do in that back room all the time. Yeah. Anyway, so what happens is we literally turn up at about. And we're looking at time, the Dan Murphy's closing in 15 minutes, yeah? We're sprinting, literally I'm breaking, I'm jaywalking everywhere, man. The police are chasing me, the whole lot, the chaos, yeah? I get to Dan Murphy's, I'm just putting shit into this basket, yeah? Into the shopping trolley, putting all the alcohol in there, yeah? Now, the alcohol of the trolley has got a lock system. So after you go a certain way, it doesn't want to roll anymore. So I'm actually dragging this kind of down fucking Lonsdale Street.
Still dragging the trolley.
I'm dragging the trolley down so I can have enough alcohol in there. Mind you, it all happens, we all open up, yeah? We found some decent looking Aussie bloke because there was no one fucking Aussie in there. Everyone had fucking bum bags and side bins like even back in the day, yeah? And I told him, I go, you, my brother, I go, you're a venue manager, which means that you spin shit to the jacks. If the cops come here, we've got 150 people in here, it's all good. And hopefully, by you being Aussie and by you being Anglo, you're going to get away with it.
Who was he?
I don't want to say his name. So
okay.
This one needs to stay around under the radar too. Anyways, so we go inside. I swear to God, I've never seen nothing. I think we put about 650 in there. The place is licensed for 200, we put 650 in, we didn't give a fuck. The floor was literally caving. Actually, the floor has since caved.
It has caved, yeah.
It has caved. So Well, look, I think we were fortunate to mitigate a natural disaster. You know, and
So is that when the floor started caving? Escobar?
yeah, it was literally caving. Floor was caving, and we just kept pumping them in there. It was a circus in there. Everyone was doing whatever they wanted. The blokes were doing rack on the bar. It was mayhem. It was about 400 degrees, and the people were passing out, heat stroke.
Pulled him in the freezer.
We actually tried to tell a bloke that was wearing a bum bag to cloak his bum bag, because obviously having a fucking male purse, he isn't the best of looks, yeah? And he goes, "What do you mean, bro? I've got 1,000 pills here." So for everyone everyone listening in there, take this as a bit of advice. If you've got 1,000 pills in your bum bag, you can't actually wear it. Believe it or not. Yeah? Anyways, so what turns out to be the case, we're in there, everyone's having a good time and a fucking dangerous time.
Yeah, sounds it.
I make sure that I grab the money that was made, that I invested in the alcohol. I grabbed that straight out of the tills. But I didn't take the profit because I'm a good bloke. Even though I break into nightclubs, I don't take the profit. I don't
So you're
steal.
like Robin Hood almost.
You
take from the-
Boris Hood, yes.
Yeah, Boris Hood.
Boris Hood. So what happens? Next thing I know, we got a license to go to like 7 a.m. But I think it's a 4 a.m. lockout. 5 a.m. I got this fat goose calling me. I go, oh no, man. I run outside, I quickly across the road to my car. I go and answer the phone. Now, I got to be staunch with him on the phone. I pick up the phone. I go, what do you want, you fat dog? Yeah. He goes, I heard you broke into my nightclub. I go, yeah, of course I broke into your nightclub. I go, one of us here needs to make pay the big bills and make the papers. I go, for you. I go, you're doing fuck all. I go, I'm the one risking everything to make sure that you're the one that's going to become prepared. Yeah. I go, I've got a nice, fat, juicy envelope for you. Mind you, he never got that envelope. And that envelope never existed, so he got ripped, yeah? But anyways, so if you're listening to this cookie, go fuck yourself, you got ripped. Anyway.
It's a bit of a I'm the captain now sort of situation.
Yeah, so anyways, as I was saying that, he bought the whole envelope story. As he was doing the envelope story, I'm sending a text to the good-looking Aussie bloke that's supposed to be my venue manager that had actually fooled the cops, believe it or not, because we had an inspection that there was 150 people in there. So whoever is in the VCGLR or whatever the acronym is, you guys got no idea. Anyway, so what happens is I'm messaging the good-looking Aussie bloke. I go, brother, shut it down, kick everyone out, I go, throw them out the window if you have to. Yeah, I don't want the jacks coming. Luckily, we booted it, kicked everyone out at 5 a.m. And then then I went to the mosque, synagogue, church, everywhere. Pray to God that he doesn't get back to me. I'm not a religious person, but I'm a very fucking religious person.
Yeah,
when you're looking at going back to, yeah. Anyway, so what turns out to be...
I don't know if there's a charge for stealing a nightclub, is
there? There's breaking and entering, which actually, you know what? I'm not too sure if there's a statute of limitations on this. So I could, if I get a knock on the door and if you don't hear from me for a long time, it means that I was backdated charged.
You've risked your life for this podcast.
Actually, by the way, a disclaimer, everything that I have, I will say, is absolute bullshit. So guys at the Spencer Street Task Forces, yeah, relax, yeah? Kick back.
This is without prejudice.
Actually, kick back. Speaking of kicking, don't kick in my fucking door. Anyways, speaking of which, so the day after, I think the Jacks worked out what was going on and they raided the joint, they shut it down. Yeah? But
so was that the last time we'd ever traded?
That day after, they traded.
Yep.
And that's when the Jacks came through and they shut it down.
Yeah, and then it was shut down.
So what happened, but we got through when it was a mad night. It was a mad night, so we ended it on a really, really, really high, a 4th birthday high, which actually, on a serious note, enabled us to have the goodwill to rejuvenate the brand at another location at a different time.
Was that Platty? Platform 1?
Yeah. Platform 1 was the one after.
Yeah.
Platform 1, the tunnels.
So without that incident, you literally risked it all.
I would be working at Buddy's warehouse.
I'd love to see you working at
Well,
Buddy's
if I was at Buddy's warehouse, mate, I'll be on the tools. Don't worry.
Would you? What department
tools.
do you reckon you would work in?
I'll be. Mate, you know what I mean.
In the chemicals.
Look. Let's not insinuate anything that I got a degree in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not insinuate any of that.
So that's one of my all-time favorite stories, but fortunately, it's not the only story.
Yeah.
So during your time throughout this treacherous industry, as you like to call it, you've come up with a lot of foes and enemies, and you've continued to win the majority of the time you've gone through.
I always win. I'm a 15-0 Floyd and Mayweather.
15.
Where's Floyd? Actually, speaking of which, man, we have to actually, believe it or not, this is for the viewers. I'm going to talk now about Danny Grant. Not about me. Danny Grant reckons he's had 3 amateur fights. Yeah. So I'm going to organise a punch on with me and Danny Grant in the ring. Yeah. So whoever liked this video, like this post, whatever, if you want to see me and Danny punch on in the ring, yeah. So
Fuck, now it's
a
gonna
bit of a
happen.
plug. It's going to have to fucking happen. Yeah. But he's going to duck me. Yeah. I'll get ducked all the time.
And we're gonna there'll be metal detectors.
No. It'll be proper boxing, Queensberry rules.
Yeah.
Let's say like this post and let us know if you want us to see us in the ring.
Will there be glove
Beautiful.
checks?
No. Obviously, I'm not going to do that cement thing. That I'm not going to do that one.
So throughout your time in the industry, you've obviously, I would like to think you've enjoyed it. And you've had some crazy times. Is there any other sort of like notable stories or notable clashes that you've had there?
Look, you know, I've had multiple. I mean, but Borce, does anything come to mind, man?
I reckon you might have to jump in now, Boris.
Yeah, jump in. I think you might have to jump in.
He's been invited in.
Borce, welcoming the fucking king, Borce.
So you got.
Actually, speaking of which,
I'd love to hear about your relationship.
I'm going to actually start off by saying that me and him share the same name. So he's the Macedonian derivative of my name, and I'm the Serbo-Croatian, Serbo, however way you want to go about it, is the derivative of his name. So you got 2 Borises.
2 Borises right now, double Borises. Double Borises.
I'm the good one.
I can't dispute that, Your Honour. I don't object to that.
Anything that was said before, I don't know about.
Definitely. No, it's all me, that one. Yeah.
So you guys have been partners for a good part of a decade.
Yeah, well, look, it's more or less, yeah, more or less. I mean, there was times that there were other people involved and so forth, and the lines were blurred. But look, I'm very proud to say that for the majority of the success that has resulted has been in the Borce era.
Yeah. And you're sort of...
There's also an era now there's a Borce and Jeremy era too. So
yeah,
Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy.
He's over in the corner. The whole team's here.
I've just learned what Boris does now. I'm the new Boris.
Yeah, you're the new Boris.
Passed on.
You're about to start stealing nightclubs too.
Yeah.
So your actual relationship is basically you sort of started the foundations, and then Borce came on and sort of he's been sort of running the ship. Is that fair to say, or am I wrong in saying that?
Look. At the end of the day, the relationship obviously formulated with him as obviously I'm a bit older. Yeah, obviously him being a kid and me being. Well, not as old as actually. I'm only 21 anyway, but I'm not as old as I am now. And then obviously as time goes, I mean, you need to people just absolve certain roles and responsibilities, and you know what I mean. When there's a smallest inkling of presence of any ego or any sort of greed or any intentional premeditated wrongdoing within any partnership or of any sort of relationship, whether it's a friendship at all, it's doomed to fail. Yeah. And I think, and actually I fucking know 100% that I don't have that with him, and I don't have that with Jeremy, and I don't have that with any of my partners that I currently work with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, that if I could take anything smart out of all the dumb shit that I've said thus far, I'd say, in a relationship, in a business relationship, always look for people that are honest, sincere, not greedy, don't have an ego, and aren't willing to put anything else other than the best interest of the business first and foremost.
Yeah. And so with you guys, like obviously, I know we joke around this, it's like a joke between us because I used to call myself number 1 promoters, but fuck, the truth is you guys have dominated for so long. Like realistically, I was in the Anglo scene, I would say, like the white kids who spend fuck all money. You guys are in the opposite of that. So I would say I'd say you kind of north.
No, which used to be that's no longer, actually sort of.
It's still better. It's definitely better. Well, how would you explain the kind of, I guess, the audience that you've commended over the last year? I know you do your your Balkan nights, you've done fucking everything, literally everything, but you're more kind of European based, even though they're not European based nights. A lot of your audience is European, or is that wrong or right to say that?
You know what, I'd let Borce answer part of this question too, but I'll start off by leading into it that, your audience is what you make it to be. Now, Levels was and it sort of semi-evolved into the biggest gangster front page of the Herald Sun. I just got locked up on shot night.
That's exactly what I was about to go after.
Yeah,
So I was going to say, what's the challenges with working with these audiences?
However, then we literally absolutely reversed it.
Yeah.
That was like 8 years ago.
That was
Yeah.
8 years ago, absolutely reversed. And now we're at a point with Levels as a brand that it has none of that
It
element
doesn't
at
even
all.
align or look anything
It doesn't.
like it, does
Look,
it?
I'm the only dumb cunt walking around.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
If
I'm
you turned
walking
up
around.
ever.
I'm walking around and people looking at me like, what are you doing here? You should have been coming here 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
So when you're dealing, obviously, with, that's where I was going to lead to this next question, so you just led me into it. But I know Levels is not like that now. But in saying that, it comes with a different set of dramas. Like when I'm doing my Aussie nights and shit, we've got shit going on, but it's more fucking, we're dealing with drugs overdoses and shit like that.
Yeah.
You guys actually do deal with a little bit of different stuff, like you're saying before, we just said the heavy shit.
Honestly, not of recent times. However, we do have brands that do cater for a slightly more ethnical market. I mean, like I said, the club motors, they do they're strictly within that southeastern European Mediterranean sort of market with your Serbians, your Croatians, your Bosnians, and so forth. And then we've got, obviously, I'm sure you're aware of it, the Lumber brand, which is obviously there is no discrimination here whatsoever. I mean, however, the crowd tends to be slightly older, and as the Lumber history would insinuate, would be on the slightly more European tip. However, even that has been intertwined with
funny
elements of Anglo.
We all bash around the word, but it's like what we actually call them when we're not on camera is wog nights. But no one ever says it out loud. It's like, you're that.
But
your nights aren't now, but I'm saying traditionally you have ran wog nights.
Oh, traditionally, I'll remember. I'll tell you a funny story. I remember lining up once. Actually, I was never lining up. I was in the area. I saw.
Without prejudice.
People would literally sit, and it was literally that brutal and blatant. And you knew you're a white kid. You were wearing a Stevie T-shirt. You were going to Prince, or you're going to CQ. And now, if you were any of your darker features, look like Craig
David
or whatever, or darker hair like Jeremy or something, you would literally, the guys would go, yes, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no.
Yeah, it's not
and
like
sort
that
of like now you do that, cancel culture. You're gonna end up on Melbourne Girl Pals. You're gonna end up all sorts of shit.
But it was
you're gonna be cancelled. You're gonna be posted. You're gonna be.
What's
reviewed.
funny is it was back in the day. It was almost like it wasn't said. You just knew. Yeah, and like so it was like you go here, and there was nights and mixed with
Danny,
everybody.
The funny thing is now you're seeing line, and it's actually a beautiful thing, and I completely endorse it because I love the multiculturalism of this country.
Yeah, same.
You literally see line. Like an Aussie dude, blonde hair. You see, like a wog dude looks like Craig David. Yeah, you see like an Asian bloke that looks like fucking Bruce Lee. Yeah, and you see like of some sort of mixture in between, some Mauritian guy or something in between. Obviously, I don't want to be judgmental. And you sort of ask him, and I have quite rudely in the past, and I've said, guys, what's going on here? I used to have, because I'm being vague to a point that I want to know what's. I'm purely interested and intrigued as to how the four of you blokes from the four corners of the world have gotten together to wait in line.
Fucking good point.
And they've turned around and they've gone, we're friends from actually high school. And I said to myself, okay, you would never see this 10 years ago.
Nah.
But it's a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah, it's hard.
I definitely enjoy it.
It's funny now, but like as time's gone on, we all mingled together.
Yeah.
Like it used to be like separate. It was like you had the WOG promoters, you had the Anglo promoters, you had the rave promoters, you had Asian promoters. Now we all know each other, and sometimes people collab these days. Yeah, but it wasn't a thing. You couldn't do it back in the day.
There was a time back then. If you weren't on the gear, if you weren't wearing your sister's t-shirt and you didn't have sideburns and gel in your hair. You weren't getting into like a wog night, man.
Yeah.
You had to go in there like a tough cunt, you know what I mean? Walk here with 10 blokes, like that was the norm.
So going back back in those days though, when you sort of had those heavy egos, you had a lot of hair gel, a lot of cologne. Did it come with different issues and dramas?
Links Africa.
Oh, lots of Link Africa. I've heard that's how you get the chicks. But did that come with its own sort of, I guess, politics and situations?
Yeah, well, it usually came with 10 on 10 punch-ons.
Yeah.
10 of my mates from Glenroy were punch-on with 10 cunts from St Albans.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things. Yeah. But look, that's. I think these things have subsided.
Down, yeah.
You know, I'm not too sure if the kids these days are smarter or if we were just that dumb.
That's a really good
you know what I
fucking...
mean? So I've often asked myself the question, or if we were really brave like the Anzacs, or if we were like really like not so brave, unlike the Anzacs.
Yeah, I reckon probably scare tech, to be fair. I reckon that's actually what it stopped at.
Well, that's actually a good idea.
You and me are similar age. You used to be able to play up, you get the punch on, and then you could go back to the same venue 2 weeks later.
What we used to do back in the day, man. So if you used to get into some sort of drama on Scantech, the nice report would right there. Yeah. And we'll make a drama out of it too. Anyways, I don't want to incriminate myself with Scantech anymore. But let's keep on.
So, this is a business. At the end of the day, you guys are working this full time for fucking many years. So did I. It's crazy to people to think that this is an industry that you can be fruitful, you can make a lot of money.
Well,
you can also lose a fucking lot of money, right? I wanted to go into that. So you guys have obviously, you've owned clubs, you've owned entertainment brands, you've ran festivals, you've done the lot. What's the difference? Like between being a promoter, being a club owner, what's better, what's worse? I'd love you guys to dive into it because...
You know what? I would actually like Borce to, because he's been talking too much today. I would like if I was to continue hearing his voice on this one. Okay? I'll leave this one to you, Borce. Right? Tell us the differentiation between, because I've only got tales that I can't tell.
Yeah, he's being muzzled.
Tell no tales.
So what's better? Neither of them are good because you stress about both.
Yeah, of course.
No, promoter's definitely better. Well, less overheads. Your
commitment.
Yeah, commitment. When you got leases, 20 years, you can't just walk out of it. Whereas a promoter, if you're not shit, you just walk out, go to another club.
As we were talking about
they
dating
take
before.
you, that is.
Yeah, true. But it's not hard because everyone's fucking desperate these days.
Well, now, yeah, it's not hard, but in the past it was, and sometimes it gets really hard. When people talk shit about you, that's happened many times.
Oh, no, that one. Now back to the story here. We're talking about.
This is the Boris Radman podcast.
Now this really people in Melbourne, within the promoter industry, we like this sort of thing where, even though we live in a $35 trillion society in the world, we like to eat from your dinner table, because it doesn't matter about all the food that's around. Don't worry about that food. I want your food. So they literally like to try and take your shit, yeah? And I don't like when people take my shit. So I get it. Well, as a rightful, notable as any person would be, they'll be quite upset. And one story that comes to mind, actually, was when we went to the current venue where we're at right at the moment, Colonial. Now, the promoter prior to that, I'll name him. He's a dog anyway, so I'll name and shame him. Fuck him. Huey, if you listen to this, go fuck yourself.
Borce is like, fuck, do I have
All
to
right,
somewhere?
so what happens? So me and him we weren't on actually bad terms. As I'm not on bad terms with anyone intentionally. As me and you have never been on bad terms, even though I didn't like her and you didn't like me. So it's standard.
Hey, I didn't reciprocate it.
I'm taking a piece. Anyway, so what happens is, Huey was at the Colonial Brown Alley before we went in there, but he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, and I think he got sort of asked to leave, and we got asked to come in. So we came in there, but at the same time, he was put just down the road to La Di Da. So we came in there, we were doing numbers in the thousands, 1,500, 2,000,
that's
whatever.
how I remember it, yeah.
And next thing I know, because our lines were wrapped around corners, it was circus chaos everywhere. I remember for 1 week I'm sitting back in my operations room, and I hear,
your operations room. That's a nice term for it.
What a great term that one is, because the only operations I do that is literally operations. Life or death operations. I save lives in that room. Yeah,
you're chopping stuff.
They're usually sedated, and I'm definitely not sedated. That's fucking taking a piece there. It's what it is. It's an actual operations room where I can coordinate with my lighting, with my photographers, with my door staff without having the low frequency bass and so forth. Anyway, so I hear someone's gone walking around handing out flyers to go to people in my line to go to La Di Da.
And people don't know, but this is a fucking sin. In promotion world, this is like
this is a fucking sin. Now, this is like you're a Judas cunt if you do this. This is like chaos. Yeah. Now, look,
and the unwritten laws, in the promotion world.
I understand the desperation in the bloke too. He wants his night to work. He sees I've got chaos going on, and he can't feel a fucking a toilet cubicle in La Di Da. I get that. You're a ship promoter, you can't feel a cubicle, so you want to take someone on my line. Fair enough, I get that. So first week, I said, look, I sort of forwarded to the upper management and so forth, and some of the owners. I said, look, guys, because there is a bit of a relationship of some sort between Lady Dar and Brown Alley, which is quite blurred, which I'm not really going to go into. But I said, listen, pass on the message that it's not nice. It's more than not nice, but I'm trying to be a gentleman-like, fixture here. No worries, Boris, we'll do it, no worries. Next week, same thing. This time, I'm a little bit more stern. Yeah, I said, look, guys, it's probably a good idea to have a chat with him. I mean, I'm not impressed. I think it's a very, 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 very wrong thing to do. Yeah, and I think in hindsight, I think I should have broken a few chairs or something like that to project the severity of this, yeah, or where this was going to go, because you only get 3 fucking chances. Now, clearly, I was taking it for a goose, and nothing was done. Yeah. Now, third week, I'm getting ready doing my hair spraying, fucking, you know what I mean? I'm getting the spray tan done. Links Africa, as I mentioned before. And I'm about to jump in my car because I like to get there at around 11 o'clock when it gets heaving. And I'm hearing the bloke's been doing it again. And I go in a Facebook chat with Borce in and my brother's in, a few people in there. And I looked at it and I go, cool, be there in 15. Everyone knew what the fuck that meant. That meant that you don't want this cunt here in 15. Yeah. Now I'm speeding. I'm going through red lights, cop chases, everything. I'm cutting down. I'm slapping it in second onto King Street. In my VL Turbo, parking right at the front, spinning tyres, the whole lot. Yeah. I get there. Now, my brother, in the meantime, had gone over to La Di Da to tell Huey to fucking get on an airplane and fly to fucking South America, the very second. Mind you, that wasn't. Huey took my brother for a goose, and I literally stormed in there, just pushed everyone out of the way, and I went straight into the venue. I go, where the fuck's his dog? Sam was walking behind me. Boris was calm. You can't charge free venues. Yes, I can.
You do what you want.
Yes. I'm charging through the venue like I'm 10 men straight out. I see red. I can't find him. I come back outside. Calling him. Not answering his phone. Get the fuck outside. Yeah, you dog. No, he's locked himself up in the office room, barricaded the door, everything. Yeah, got the chairs up against the tables up against it, So I go, oh, well, shit, well, fuck. I go, I can't wait here for him all night. I've got a job to do. My line's around. And as I turn around turn to my left to leave, to go back towards Brown Alley, I see some little goose handing out his flies. Oh, brother, you've come to the right place. Yeah? I ran up straight up to grab. I grab his fucking flies, pop, straight. Listen, someone has to get hurt. Straight out. So you got to touch someone up. A bit of pedal beating here and there. Yeah? Touch him up a little bit. You got to throw off your hands a little bit. Yeah. The guy got touched up. He found out now. Next thing I know, he was gonna. I'm getting messages. He's gonna charge his cops. And I said, I think I replied. I said, if he knows what's good for his life, you tell him to not do it. And I think he worked that out. I think he might have Googled what's good for my life or something. And so what happens is, next thing I know, few people weren't happy by my erratic conduct. But I smoothed that over real quick with the 2,000 people that I had inside. So it's like, when you're doing those numbers, brother, no worry.
No one cares.
You can walk around naked. Actually, I've done that too. But I've actually turned up to a club in a bathroom robe.
Yeah.
And a bicycle.
Yeah. And I've actually, did I tell you a story? I put up a photo on Facebook, yeah. I don't know, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Actually, I don't even know if I woke up on a bed at all. Because I went to a bike shop and I bought a push bike. I posted a photo and I wrote 500 likes and I'll ride this around levels, yeah?
Right at 2 levels and back.
Two levels and back. Two levels and back and ride it inside the club. And I got it, so I did it. I've got photos to prove it. I'm going to send them to you.
I'm going to show it right now.
Yeah, so I've done.
But you're so true. When you're doing 2,000 people, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You can literally do whatever you want.
When you're doing 200 people, you're not doing anything.
No, when you're doing 200 people, you're begging for mercy. You're here.
Can't buy the bike.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you bringing that up with the Hugh thing, because even over time, and this is one thing I'll actually amend you guys for, and it's actually Ball Street, which I don't even remember this or not. But in our world, it is dog eat dog. Even though there's plenty of fucking food on the table, everyone battles, everyone fights, everyone argues over artists. Yeah. It's almost a bit of the allure. It's the fun, right? I reckon sometimes it's a sport.
It is.
But I remember when you guys were doing levels of Platform 1 and I started Code, and then there's a bit of gentle banter about whether we're going to have an impact or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then when when you guys shut up shop, I remember you texting me going, "Good one, I'll get you next time." And I was like, "Fuck, that's the best way to go about it." Yeah, and you did, you got me. But it was like, it was like instead of being like angry, this is an argument. You're like, this is your time for a bit. We're gonna come back. We're gonna get you. And I love that. I loved that, and that was I feel like when the camaraderie started. Was all just before COVID and then after COVID.
Well, we
everyone came together so like close. Like
we pretty much owned the scene. We pretty much owned the scene because you were literally around the corner from us.
Yeah,
we were literally back of eating off each other the whole time.
King Street was us. There was no one else, right?
Yeah.
But it's like that. Then after COVID, everyone came real close, and it's the best time now ever. Like I've seen. Before that, man, like you remember, hence these stories. They're one of a million.
Can you believe it? I'm even like I'm getting handshakes from like people that I would never get handshakes from.
You wouldn't talk to beforehand. Yeah.
No, I would talk to everyone. Just that people thought that I was a lunatic.
Yeah. Well,
I basically. I don't blame him for thinking that. If I was a bloke with half a sense in my head and I wasn't from St Albans, I think that I might be a lunatic as well. But based on like just the way I carry myself in differentiation to everyone else. But now I'm actually getting handshakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was starving for one, man. Before, like I was getting one from you. It took me 3 years to get one from you. I was chasing you around. Hey, Danny, you go on, Danny. Danny was barring me. Danny's like, is that a handshake? What's he got in his hand?
I was too worried.
There's also no new promoters either, though.
Yeah, true. We've all been with the same guys for fucking last 20 years, right? It's even though I've stepped out officially, it's like I'm still doing it. Like I'm still in and out, like whatever. But it's like it's the same people fucking from 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm hoping some new young guys. You guys are bleeding some new guys up at the moment. I
just go and see now you guys come up there straight up.
But no one else is.
I've just said what every other fucking promoter thinks, but will not say. So there, guys, I called it.
What is it?
I don't want to see no new young cunt.
You're taking this to the grave.
I'm taking a piss, not so really, but yeah.
So I'm actually gonna have to wrap this one up because we're about to get bumped out because someone else is coming in.
Who's gonna bump me out? Who's gonna bump me out? Bring him to come here. I'm taking it. See, this is the old Boris. This is the old Boris taking over. I'm not like that. I work at a library part time. Yeah, I check out books. Do not give you a late book. I'll charge you 30 cents each straight out.
But what I want to do is I want to make this a regular thing because I fucking love Mr. Boris and I love
Brother,
Borce
I'm coming back. I'm making you a regular thing on my show.
I will be a regular on the Boris Radman show.
Cheers. I'm going to interview you next time. How about we do that? But I said, you know what? I'm going to start paying rent. I'm taking this shit home.
And the best thing about Boris is that we had to actually pause, which you guys don't know because it's going to be so well edited, to discuss 10 different stories that we know that we couldn't say because they're too uncut.
Because there is a statute, there is no statute of limitations on indictable offences. That's why.
And I literally said I can't wait till he retires, which he just said he doesn't want to because he's going to have a fucking encyclopedia of books.
The book I'm going to write, tell you what, forget about it. Bestseller, New York bestseller. I'm going to be doing Thomas with some like signing, like bring him on, number one.
So other than that, to wrap it up, thanks for coming down. But firstly, I've got to mention, which you guys have been massive supporters of our brand, mine and Georgie's brand, WP Shots. Without them, this podcast wouldn't exist. #1 party shot in Australia. Born in clubs, made for fucking home. Without your guys' support in the early days, we probably wouldn't be where we were. Believe it or not, guys, I don't know if you know this, but it's now available in Liquorland across the country and all good independents.
I'm buying all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm buying all that
Boris
shit.
has got fucking 700 bottles at his house that he didn't pay for. He just still owed me for.
Yeah, but that's right. That's right. Thank you for me mentioning that part. Danny, that'll do a great deal of credibility in the area for me.
But I'd like to say thank you, and I can't already wait to have you guys back. So I appreciate it, boys.
Thank you very much, Danny. Thank you. Cheers, brother.